released yet?
It's not released.
I thought it's released. I thought it's a released song.
It was just a taste. Hey, we even shot the video of the song.
Wow.
We recorded the song on I think on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday night, but the same weekend, man.
Yeah.
We recorded the song the same weekend and we shot the video the same weekend. If I'm mistaken, the next weekend, but
yeah,
everything was just quick, man. Because the energy was so nice.
Yeah.
We did everything and we rounded up quick and it's gonna be late, man.
Yeah, I wanted to go deeper in some of your songs. We already tackled to Goko. I wanna go to Umsebenzi wam.
Yeah.
The audience wants to understand, Gubano Palilo Pa, because on the artwork I see Isla K. I'm Coffee. I know everyone in the K. I know which other parts I'll see you. I saw Isla K. So
no comment.
Hey, it's your boy Coffee, man. I'm out here in Cape Town, Kukuleta, Barcelona, Machochombeni, Klaok, in a pole, South Africa, man. 2023. This is my first ever Black Couch podcast episode in 2023 with a new view, new paintings, new everything. We just need to change the couch, man. We just need someone out there to either to renovate the couch or sponsor us with a brand new Black Couch buffet too. Otherwise, Happy New Year for my podcast mates, my Mayhammers. Happy New Year. And shout out to everyone who has been part of the roasting session Hip Hop Cypher last year, Volume 1. We're currently working on our first ever mixtape as a roasting session. I'm so excited about that one. And shout out to everyone who has subscribed to our YouTube channel, who has joined our group on Facebook, the Kasi Mayhammers, and our Facebook page, the Kasi Mayhem TV Buffet too. And for our first ever episode this year, before we go into this episode, I want to just say that we are struggling with Eskom Buffet too. We're struggling with load shedding. Hence, it's only now that we're having our first episode for this year. But we'll try by all means to make sure that we'll bring you the shows. And in the near future, we'll be able to shoot without electricity. When there's load shedding, we'll be able to shoot episodes. So stick around, make sure that you press the notification bell so that you get all the notifications of our latest episodes. Right about now, we're gonna have the one and only KidKapa.
Yeah.
Grandputi.
Yeah, I'm good, man. What's up, bro?
I'm good. You have a different voice from your singing voice. Right about now, you have another voice very chilled. What's going on? Are you good? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm nice, dog. I'm nice.
Yeah. Finally, I have you on the couch because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I think it's about 2 weeks now. So we've been trying to get you on the platform.
Yeah.
A great recommendation from TT Beats.
Yeah.
And I just want to take it from the ground root because I know nothing about you. And you just reminded me that we once met before. And that's very crazy. It's really crazy that now you are sitting on the couch and we once met before. So I want to take it from the start. Like, who is KidKapa, your real name, and where you come from, and what you're all about right now.
Okay, KidKapa is a guy from Lower Crossroads in Philippi East. So yeah, man, and my real name is Neo. My surname Mtingi. Yeah, man, Ikaya is in Stegspruit, but my dad is from Queenstown. So yeah, man, I'm a musician. I started singing, doing a cappella, and then I later decided to do Afro pop, Afro soul, and then now we are trapping now. We do hip hop, So KidKapa is a musician in all level. So I still do any type of music, any beats. Like, I'm just versatile doing music. If it has to do with doing a song and recording, then I'm in.
Yeah.
choose. Or yeah, that's
You actually answered one of my questions that I had when I was looking at your stuff. I was like, what type of style are you doing? Because like at some songs you can still rap, and then at some songs it's mostly like vocals, and it's like your how do you call this sound now? Trap.
yeah, African trap.
African
vibes,
trap, yeah. It's like
yeah.
you kind of like versatile with it. You know?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, what I'm trying to do is like I'm trying to incorporate singing and trap. Yeah, just create something that if you like people that sing, you can still listen to it, and if you like trap, then you can still listen to it as well. So it's like singing on top of these trap beats. And yeah, just creating.
So like you grew up across.
Yeah, I grew up in Lower Crossroads. Crossroads,
yeah.
and yeah, but my life has been double-sided, man, because I've been in Eastern Cape as well for some years. So yeah, I was born here, grew up here a little bit, and I left for Eastern Cape, then came back again. So I've been here since, yeah. But I have a lot of memories, like when it comes to the grind and being exposed to the real life. It's more here in Cape Town. But the EC, I have more of like my childhood memories, growing up, having to go around, playing, doing all the child stuff. But yeah, everything else changed when I came back to Cape Town. That's when I was like, okay, now we're facing life now and trying to make sure that we build something for ourselves. As we're still on a mission to achieve that, man. We're working hard every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you get introduced to like singing? Is it before you left Cape Town or after you came back, or even in the Eastern Cape?
Singing. I started singing at an early age, bro. Because I remember, as much as I can remember, I've always been a part of a choir, school choir, like all my life. I don't remember a grade in school that I did without attending a school choir. I've been in school choirs. As I grew, and then I was introduced to a cappella groups, so I started singing there as well. So I've always had love for music, but the most thing that I remember of me falling in love with music, I used to sing along those guys, Msawa, Mzambi, a long time ago when I was a kid. So I remember I used to sing along to their songs, and my grandmother would tell me like, "Hey, you're a musician, and you're gonna be a dope musician." And back then I didn't even understand what she was all about, but then I realized later on in life that she saw the potential, like it's real and it's happening.
Yeah. So now I really understand I know you are like giving flowers to your grandma on the song Ukoko, but like now I really understand what kind of impact she played. What would you say is the most prominent thing that she has ever told you about your music, or like you singing, your talent in singing?
You see, like my grandmother told me, like you see, I was a kid, because she left me around. I think I was doing grade 4, grade 5, grade 4, grade 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
She told me. She once called me because, like you know, as a kid you play outside and with other kids, and as I'm playing outside, and then like a song comes on the radio, and maybe Msawawa, and then I'm playing, I'm far, I can't hear it. She would call me like to come and hear. And when I'll come running when I get to the house and the song is playing, and I'll be standing next to the radio, dancing and singing along. And like even her friends, they used to visit our house, they would listen to me singing the song, and they'll be like, "You sound exactly how this song sounds. Someone can even think you're the one singing it." And my grandmother used to tell you, she was like, "You're gonna be a superstar and you're gonna be the biggest musician in the country." And I was like, I didn't even understand what's a musician or what it has to do with. But later on in life, as I started falling in love with music more, as I grew up and I understood that now music is a career, man. Music is something that you can do for a living. That's when I started digging in deep, and I was like, nah. My grandmother saw it before I even knew about it, or even saw the potential in me. So yeah, it's like she believed in me. She's the first believer I ever had in music.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you had to mention her like that, because like people don't really understand like some of the things, even if it's not your family, but some of the things that we hear from people and telling us things. For example, at some point in high school, I was doing a school oral, and then it's a course, and then I killed it.
Yeah.
And then one girl who didn't even like me at school in my class, she came to me and she was like, "You have a voice for radio." And then like fast forward that 10 years later, here I am. I'm doing a podcast. I'm a presenter. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So those small things that people normally say, they kind of like give you an idea of what are some of the things that you are more potentially on, and what can you do in order to try and make sure that you develop that skill or that talent, which is a great thing. And I want us to go to like your humble beginnings of a musician. I know now, right about now, sure, DMs are hot. It's busy. People wanna feature. But like, I wanna go back because you just reminded me that you were part of this group that was Rock the Soul. Yeah, tell me about Rock the Soul.
Rock the Soul, it's a group that we formed. Like, Rock the Soul, we used to perform in these like poetry sessions. So we used to sing a cappella, but there was just a lot of us. I think there was like 15, 18. So you know, when you are that much of a group, there's always hiccups and problems. So we separated, and then we met a new guy that's playing a guitar. So then I decided to take another girl, and then we joined forces, and it was only
The guy was X, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him. So he was playing the guitar. So we gelled nicely, man, and we did a lot. We used to bask in trains, like, because I was still in school. So during holidays, we'll be singing throughout the holidays, December, June. Take trains from all over, Stellenbosch, Mitchell's Plain, like all the routes. We'll spend the whole day in the train singing. And when the train is dry on those days, during the month, we go to your gardens. That's where we used to see you. And we'll bask for the whole day. And yeah, man, and people really loved our music, and they pushed us and inspired us. But then unfortunately the group couldn't like work out because we all have different responsibilities. So like some left, some went to get jobs like far from where we are, and the girl was in high school doing matric, so we couldn't really like do it how we used to. So, and for me, I just finished matric in that year, so I was free, and I was like, now I need to find new ways to do this thing alone, because really music haunts me, bruh. I can't sleep. I really like music, so I cannot stop and wait for anyone before. So that's when the change started happening. That's when I started out like, and now I need to listen to hip hop beats. Now I need to listen to instrumentals. Like, then that's when I started flowing. It was around 2018. Yeah, that's when I started doing hip hop, like singing on top of beats. Because prior to that, I was just singing to guitar strings and a cappella beatboxing, and I was not exposed to the beat side.
Yeah, I have a two-sided question.
Yeah.
First one, were you KidKapa at the time when you were in the group Rock the Soul?
Yeah.
And then the second one, do you feel any difference between the two when you're playing live and then now when you're on beats?
Okay, let me start about the question of live music and beats. Honestly speaking, I'm more of a musician than just an entertainer. So as a musician, someone who really loves music, you'd enjoy singing live more than just recording a song and then it's just there. And then I enjoy singing. If I can have an opportunity to sing for the whole day for people, then I would be more happier than just people listening to my song for the whole day. So for me, I prefer like singing live, and because when they play the instruments and I'm listening to it, there's a feeling that comes with it. And when I'm listening to the music that I recorded, I still get a feeling, but it's a different feeling than listening to the live band and the instruments and having to get those melodies and the feeling that comes with it, the inspiration. Yeah, I prefer like singing live, man. Live music is the best, man. Live music is everything, man.
And KidKapa?
Okay. Before KidKapa was Neo the vocalist. But then After some investigation, I realized there's just a lot of vocalists out there, man.
Yeah.
There's more people that say what were the vocalists, and I was like, sometimes it's not like people, you don't have the potential to achieve or succeed, but you just get lost in the midst of a lot of things. So I had to find a way to separate myself from the crowd. So I was like, okay, let me change my name. Let me be the CPT Kid. That's the name I used after Neo, the vocalist. And then I went to Josie and met some people, and then that's where I met the guy they call Yanga Chief. Yeah, and then I worked with him for some time in Josie, and I came back. After I came back, so there was a debate that happened between me and an old friend of mine who was telling me this name, or even Yanga himself. He was skeptical about the CPT Kid thing, and he was like, there's already youngster CPT.
Yeah.
There's other CPTs, and there's more of grown people that has a CPT thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, you'll be lost in the midst of all these people. Sometimes people, they won't know who you are. They will just remember CPT.
Yeah.
And even your numbers will be lost, because more people will be searching for you and find different people. And in that way, like, it will be hard to find you, and people will just not have the time to be looking for you all the time. So that's when the KidKapa came about. So the name KidKapa, I got it from Yanga Chief. That's him who gave me, because there was a dispute, because I was like, I'm the CPT Kid because my mom is from Stegspruit. She's a Sotho woman. My dad is from Queenstown and he's a Xhosa man. So I was like, my mom is from a different town and my father is from a different town, and they all met in Cape Town, and that's how I came about. So I'm a product of Cape Town. I'm a product of Cape Town. I'm a CPT Kid. I belong to Cape Town. So that's how I brought up the name. So after Yanga heard how I explained the name, and he was like, the explanation makes sense for it. So if that's what you feel, then how about you change the name and use like the native language to then that's how KidKapa came about. So that CPT is Kapa, and then the Kid.
That's dope, man. That's dope. It's so nice when you get wisdom from people who are in the industry and they're humble enough to like guide you in a very good way. Cause like I once also had a name thing, cause like one of my favorite rappers in Cape Town, Meiki, Kanya Meiki, and he wanted to change his name to Young Thief, and I was like, no, I love you so much, dude, I can't keep quiet. And I knew it's not my place to correct him or like try and advise him, but I was like, please, man, don't take that direction, because like it's really gonna make your audience find it hard to resonate with you, because like we all know young thug, then now you're calling yourself Young Thief.
And homie really looks like Young Thug. If you
he does, and I'm sure it's one of his favorite artists. But I was like, please, man, I begged him, but I think he kept Kanye Meiki. I'm not sure, but I'll definitely get him on the couch to try and make sure that he talks for himself. But it's a great thing, man. And like, this one is a quick one because I didn't think that you'd speak about him. But like, how is it to like, how is Yanga Chief on a very personal level? Not like the Yanga Chief would know in the industry, but like on a personal level when you're like chilling with him and having these type of conversations.
Yeah, in a short way to explain, I feel like Yanga Chief is a blessing, bro. He's a blessing to all the closer people and the game at large, bro. Like having to experience him and listen to him speak, bro. He's so humble, bro. Even me as a visitor, I was ashamed, bro. Like I was feeling so small, not because he has pride, or I was so humbled, bro, because I was expecting to see a celebrity and someone that will be like giving you the vibe that I'm that man. But he was just so calm. I even had a friend that couldn't believe that we were at Yanga Chief's house. He was like, am I really here? And the guy was like, hey, bro, like this guy that you brought here, he's harassing me. I'm not this type of a person.
Yeah.
I don't like this lifestyle.
Yeah.
I brought you to my house because I wanted this meetup to be more of a calm one. And it's really
Authentic.
a blessing, bro. Like if you get to meet him, he's so humble, bro, and he listens, and he's full of life, man. He advises you, and he's just that guy, man. For me, I feel like I gave him my all due respect, bro. From that day, that's when I was like, Yanga Chief is the most favorite person that I know in the game. I've not met others, I've met a few, but from the few that I've met, bro, like he's still the best.
Did you work on any record?
Yeah, we did work on a record, man, but it's up to him now. But, but the record is nice, man, and he's happy about it as well. So yeah, hopefully this year we get to hear it.
Yeah, it's in the vault.
It's in the vault, man,
That's nice. Another thing that I always wanted to ask you, it's like, how does it feel to be backed by one of the greatest producers in Cape Town? Like Hlumelo Zulu 5-6. He has introduced us to LSMOS.
Yeah.
He has introduced us to Politician. He has introduced us to Ndlulamthi. And there's a lot of artists that came from that stool way before. I know a lot of people. Please go and check my episode with Hlumelo Zulu to understand where does his record label come from. You'd understand that there has been a lot of great artists that came out of there. And also OTT Beats. It's one of the greatest guys, because when I met him, he was very humble. Always saw him as Zolani Center. Never understood what he does, but you'd know and you'd get that energy that this guy is up to something, even though you didn't know. How does it feel to be like backed by those brands?
Yeah, hey, Bryce, it's one of the most feelings that I enjoy, but I feel blessed, bro, because like they are less of talkers, and they do a lot, bro. They do a lot, and especially like cause now UTT is more of a producer, and I do a lot of music with him, and Hlumelo is the guy behind the brand and pushing it, the gigs, all the other social stuff, man. Like he's a manager, the First Entertainment, so I'm under the First Entertainment management. So it's a really dope experience, bro. And at this point, it's not even about business, bro. It's just understanding that we have got to a point where we cultivated brotherhood. So it's bigger than like just friendship now or business. It's like brotherhood, the idea of wanting to make sure that we all eat, bro. There's nothing beautiful like seeing yourself around people that are like-minded as you. We not focused on the fact that I want to make money out of you, so that let me enjoy let me put in the work and then get. It's not just about that, man. It's like just making sure that we take the brands and go and put them on the highest level that we can, man. It's who's bigger phezulu as brands, boy. And that's the only vision that we have. And yeah, man, they really creative, bro. And Utoban is really creative when it comes to beats like as well, and Uzulu as well is also creative because I have songs with him as well. So yeah, man, it's a really dope combo, man. I like the combo, like for me. And there's also Hlumelo stays in Woodstock as well, and yeah, there's like 4 of us in the team. Yeah, and we gel together nicely, man. Hlumelo also is in the team of marketing and all that. So yeah, and we have our girl Sibs from Gwalanga. Yeah, she's the one that always pulls through for us. Like she's always there whenever we need her. She gives us help, works on our wardrobe, and like there's just a lot of us, man. And we're working hard every day, bro.
I see, man. I love how you guys roll. You are not pressured by anything, but you're just doing what you do best, and there's no status quo or like anything that's obligating you to do your thing in a certain way. So you're just pushing what you love, what you do best. And also on the artistry side, I see that some of the artists that you work with, the likes of, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Gaffy, and also Leo. So like Leo has been in the game. It's like being next to that wisdom. I'm sure it helps you a lot, because we've known Leo since he was Neville Nash back in the days, and he was killing it and still killing it right now. So like being next to that type of wisdom, how does it feel, and how does it cultivate your craft to be what it is right now?
It's nice, bro. It's really nice, man. And there's nothing nice like Ubona being around people that are not competing. We don't compete. You know, when you're an artist and there's a lot of you in the room, sometimes there will be a lot of competitions, who's better, who's what. And the nice thing about it, we all doing different sounds of music. Gaffy is doing his own thing, Leo is doing his own thing, and then Jeffrey's son is doing his, and I'm also doing my own thing, you know. So it's a really nice situation. And we also have a song coming up together, like me, Gaffy, Leo, and Jeffrey's son together. So it's TT Beat's song, you know. So it's gonna drop soon. Hey, it's a combo also.
Yeah,
like when you listen
you guys are not done with Lemini.
Yeah.
You still bring another one.
Yeah. And even the song is in Leminiers.
Yeah.
I told you about Leminiers. So
is it the same song that you guys performed at Ingondi?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not released yet.
It's not released.
I thought it's released. I thought it's a released song.
It was just a taste. We even shot the video of the song.
Wow.
We recorded the song on I think on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday night, but the same weekend, man.
Yeah.
We recorded the song the same weekend, and we shot the video the same weekend. If I'm mistaken, the next weekend, but
yeah,
everything was just quick, man. Because the energy was so nice. We did everything and we rounded up quick, and it's gonna be late, man.
Yeah, I wanted to go deeper in some of your songs. We already tackled Ugoko. I wanna go to Umsebenzi wam.
Yeah.
The audience wants to understand, because on the artwork I see Isla K. I'm Coffee. I know everyone. I know we're talking about. I'll see you. I saw Isla K. So
no comment.
Come
okay,
on.
now okay.
I just
okay.
Just a skeleton, what's the song all about?
I like how she came about to be on the artwork. So I get a call from Uzulu, but it's like, okay, boys, pull up, man. Let's try and do artwork for the song that we're gonna drop next. And I was like, okay, let me pull up, and I pull up. So when I pull up, I like he was there. I think he went there to do she wanted to start into this noble podcast. This was influencing.
Yeah, I remember. She told me about that. Yeah.
So she wanted to help from Uzulu.
Yeah.
So she was like, nah, man, there's something that we also want to do. So since you hear, because there's also a clip if you saw on YouTube of us, like a visualize of some sort of that song.
Yeah.
Just chilling, carrying. So yeah, that's how she came about, man. So since she was there, and then was like, it would be nice if we would like incorporate and just put a woman on the cover, and then we quickly shot that visualizer, and yeah, man. But I didn't even know her on that day. When we shot that cover, we were total strangers, bro.
Yeah.
We were total strangers, and I'm sure you could tell how I was looking at her.
I thought she's the one.
Nah, she's not. But the song, when I wrote the song, I was single. But I've been single for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Prior, like now me dating, because there's someone that I'm dating. So yeah, man. Before that, I was just single, man.
Yeah.
For 3 years. So that song happened in the gap of that 3 years when I was single. So it was just an inspiration, or maybe a prophecy, because now I'm doing everything that I said on the song.
Yeah. That's nice, man. Because I also have that kind of experience whereby I wrote a song while I was single, trying to speak to the universe, trying to speak to the future, to have this beautiful woman that I can treat this way and this way. And now currently also my life is at that point where I'm living that. So it's a great thing. I always say that uzuyatala. So like whatever we sing about, whatever we portray in our music, it's always something that is always gonna follow us all the time. So I always try and advise gens to be careful on what they sing about, because you'll sing about stuff, like stuff that will turn your life upside down in the near future, and then you won't understand what's really happening.
I'm glad you said it. You know, sometimes to because that's how I feel as well, and that's like what I've observed most people's lives. Like even in the case of Tupac, he sang. Sorry for saying she.
Gonna give other people other ideas. The world is diverse.
So like as I'm saying about, like he sang about him passing away. Like if you really observe, like most cases, even in the situation of AKA, like rest in peace to the mega. When I listened to the tape, like the album, I felt the vibes, like he knew his passing, like you can tell, like especially on the songs, like when Zaid, you listen to this song,
last time,
especially I wanted to say last time, and you can like listen and be like, damn, it's like this nigga knew that he's going, so like that's what I'm getting to the thing of, like sometimes this music thing, we really like need to write songs that really would preach life more than any. And now, like for me personally, that's exactly what I've been doing, man. I prefer to motivate, man, because I always say my music is not for people that are. People will be like, why are you writing sad songs? I'm like, these are not sad songs. If you listening if you listen to the song and you want to dance, then you won't get what I'm saying. But if you listen to the song, my songs are the songs that if anyone is about to commit suicide, and my song plays from radio, whatever the case might be, my song has the power to change the situation around. I sing life into people, like I bring hope, because I've also been through a lot. So in my sound you get pain. It's a pain that's happy and grateful. It's not a pain that I'm depressing people. I'm not depressing, but you can feel pain, but inside the pain there's joy and happiness and being grateful. That's what I bring to the people. We're going through a lot as people, and my message is just that we here, and it's painful, and it's whatever that it is, but let's all be grateful that we have this life, whatever is happening. If we can't fix it, some problems just need you to ignore them, man. Just live your life.
Yeah, that's really powerful, man. That's really powerful, because as much as we meet each other along the way, like in gigs, whatever that we may meet at, it's like people dress up in these happy faces, and you'd always understand that there's something behind that happy face that is like camouflaged, so that it's not exposed. Of course, you cannot expose everything at once, but like it's always nice to also acknowledge the fact that at that time you're at that space and you are working towards to healing, or like trying to come out of that situation, which is it's not a bad thing. For it's always like and stuff, and like so many people die from that shit. I understand. And it's a way that a lot of people always find a way to commit suicide, or always find a way to like just quit it. Or there's so many niggas that I've been with in the game, and now you don't see them anywhere, because like smallest things that they could even share with their peers and understand that they're not alone in those situations, and maybe someone has been through it and then they found a solution or a blueprint on how to deal with it, but they cannot get that info because people are like
they are concerned
and all those things. So it's a bitter in. I wanted from that. I wanted to go into asking you about how do you feel about the Cape Town music industry, and also in the basis of OGs. Like, what are some of the OGs that you've met and they've given you wisdom in a way that you never thought you'd get from them?
Okay, okwangoku yabo. Okay, I remember when I first met Hlumelo Uzulu. Yeah, I met him as Zolansende. So I've been this music after he rocked the soul, after we broke off, like, and decided to. So yeah, man, I met Hlumelo Zulu, yabo. So Utandlu posted online. He was like, okay, I'm hosting something as Zolansende. So I would need artists to come through, and he just want a few artists that will perform, you know. So I was one of the people that was like, I'm keen, I wanna perform, and I DM'd him, and I was okay. He didn't know me, he didn't know anything from me. He just gave me the opportunity to pull up. Don't worry, pull up, and then you'll be in the slot. Yeah, I pulled through. When I got to Ezolan Center, and there was Uzulu and other people that came there. Oh, Inzima, the poet, like the guy they call Inzima.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, he was there also to perform. So how I met them, since no one knew me, Kukwesa Space, and the lineup was there, and they were like, okay, who do we take? Do we pick Avuli Show? So you know, when Avuli Show, they would just pick anyone, and then be like, let's just pick this guy to open the show so that we know he's done, because the best, they say the best. So yeah, I hopped on the stage, man, and I told them, okay, I'm KidKapa, this is my first song I ever recorded on a beat, and yeah, man, and I've been doing music closed doors for some time. So now it's about time, I feel like, because singing at training and at town, you are not really connected to the streets, Abantu abadala that see you from Espanya and the town, it's people from other places, other countries. So you don't really get to connect with the streets, like as you would if you, like now as I'm doing hip hop and going around the gigs, the cars, culture, where. So I performed, and the rest was history, because I hopped on that stage and I killed the show, bro, with that one song. And after I on the stage went to sit down, Uzulu was the MC, and the first thing he said, Bendi Chachali, so I really didn't expect to hear Umculo Onje Kuye. That's why I picked him. Because I was like, okay, let me put this guy on so that does also get me pin. And he was like, this guy was supposed to be Kasemva, and then now the bar was high, and Utandru, like, he was at the back seat of Zolan Center, Papezu. That was here, friend, and then he came to me and he was like, kid, you are blessed, man. You gonna be big, and don't let anyone shake you or distract you or anything. You have it. Just believe and keep going on. And like, it really inspired me, bro, because like, and he ended up sitting next to me, giving me like, just be you, game, and don't entertain most of his, just focus on achieving what you wanna achieve, And again, recently last year I met Dreamers Cup, I was performing and they also like my music, and from there the rest is history. And even now we in good relation with them, and we talk, and wherever we meet, it's all love. And as it's people that I also grew up listening to and looking up to. So it's a really like a dope situation, man. And the list goes on, and there's a lot more, but to artists as Spaza and all that, I've not been exposed. But I've also worked with Empire AV2V. He's also a dope guy as well, dope producer.
Put my eggies.
He's a dope producer as well. Yeah, man, and there's just a lot, man. I think Cape Town music is blessed, man. I feel like even Cotton Fest deciding to host the Cape Town, I default they could have taken it to Durban. Durban iriki, hometown gariki. They could have, like, before they branched to any city, let's go and pay our tributes, quick hometown gariki. But Cape Town made business sense for Bona because Cape Town is hot. We hot, but we next. They brought it here because they know Cape Town is next. Cape Town is the city that's really next, but we're gonna take over the game. And effort and the pressure we're putting in the pressure, and I just hope about Cape Town artists they remain united. And this we telling don't the highest movement or what, and this gain is on. Because like the few that are united, that's all I'm gonna say. But if with the few unity going in, we able to make Cotton Fest decide to the gap, because Cotton Fest didn't come here because is hapha ngenxa yento ekhoyo apha. It knew yenza business sense into yabo mama beze apha. That's why they came. So with the few ebambeneyo that made it possible for that brand to buy Zolanda Bagli City, I just want to say let that unity carry on and let other people join. It's really not gonna work for us, because even if I would say but it's just gonna cause more of a separation.
Definitely.
So it's wise I just ignore people that are onto some other stuff and just focus on those that are doing good and bringing in the progress we see, because I feel like we're blessed now. We're on the right path and right direction.
So before we wrap up, I want to ask you very quickly, how was the hangout? How was the hangout?
Okay, the hangout was nice, but I don't wanna lie, And shout out to Culture Wines, shout out to C.
Shout out to Talins. Talins is very incredible. I'm still gonna have him on the couch. Shout out to Talins. That guy is carrying the game.
He always comes through, bro. He always comes through. And man, and shout out to Sigis, he gave us his spot. And like he's a really dope person as well. And man, the hangout was dope. So more people pulled through, even people that I didn't expect. And Smaskap was there as well, and Unanseka. Bravo pulled through.
Hlumelo Zulu sofonela abantu bebusy. Mr. 5'6". Yes, Pazamisa.
So so that's the situation, man. So it was really a dope, and shout out to Hlumelo 5'6" as well. He's really pulling strings. I feel like he's what I've been waiting for as an artist. He makes everything works out. He goes an extra mile, and he's the one behind my content and a lot of stuff. So like I just wish artists would get managers. When someone had to manage, I wish they could get people like that. People that know what they have to do, bro. We don't have to have needs or with the simple things, man, like the communication, like pitching for people, like we did for Talindile and the Culture Wines, like the connects that we use to make sure that with the little that we have, we bring something to the table. And what I would advise artists is like content, bruh. Like you see, when you do something, don't just go to a gig and perform and just perform and then it ends, but take videos, take clips, create reels, post on Instagram, post those reels, like because people likes to see more than we like to see, because even noba kwenzeke into apekasi, people abafuna ubaliselwa, they like to see it for themselves. even now nobody choose dog kwa instead of people hiding.
Yeah, they wanna go
jump
out.
and go and see but who's who. Yeah, but so that's the
yeah.
situation. Show people more than, don't focus on letting people hear, let them see.
Yeah.
Do those reels and post. Like people likes to be associated with progress, right?
Yeah.
Once they see there's more work you are posting, there's something happening, and then people will be like, okay, there's progress here. That's when people will be interested to follow you and see what you are up to, because they know they won't just follow you and they will be seeing a lot of work. So yeah, like I feel like if artists would just like capitalize in pictures and those, we don't have to have top quality or what. The little that we have, let's take videos on those shows, let's edit, do reels, put songs on them, whatever the case might be, and do pictures, post about the pictures, the event that you performed, like that people see that you are active, right? And in that way, even if you gain 2 or 3 people a day, at least it's something, man.
That's true. That's true. Very quickly, man, we're wrapping up right now. Social media, where can people find you, and then what's next? What are we getting? I know Lemin is coming.
Yeah,
and
a big one, man.
Yeah, and social media and everything.
Okay, on social media they can catch me go Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. I'm also on TikTok. I'm new. So yeah, man, I'm KidKapa kuzo zonke platform yabo. KidKapa, like KIDKAPA, no space. So KidKapa dibenayo. So yeah, man, they can catch me there and follow and my music is also on all distribution platforms. So they can just check me out on any platform that they have access on. Yeah, KidKapa also Napa, and yeah, man, we really have something dope happening. And then go like Itapiam. I've just finished Itapiam and it's undergoing mixings and mastering. I was listening to it like it's all, and it's intact, man. I can't wait for people to feast on it as well. Yeah, man. Soon, like I don't think May also bet Itapiam get drop. So yeah, it's really gonna be like fire, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. I'll keep my eye on that. I always love to listen to new content and new artists. And after this episode, I have a clear understanding, like, what kind of person are you and what are you trying to achieve. Also, before we wrap up, because like, you see, when you see someone from afar, you always have a different perspective of what they actually are. It's like, what's that one thing that you feel like people should know about you and don't really get right now? Or something that you heard about you on the streets, but it's totally not true.
And ours, man, I don't know, but I feel like most people buy on online. I don't know why, and
you're a superstar, man.
Even people that are in the music scene.
You're a superstar, though.
I feel like I wish people.
You see, there's merchandise, like there's merchandise, dog. Like you're well curated.
Yeah.
You see, when you're well curated, it also comes in mind when like, guys, if you are well curated and like you have a proper business model, there's some sort of a way that you it's not fear, it's respect. It's not fear, trust me. It's like respect, and like it's understanding the fact that the way I approach that guy who doesn't have this same business model or this kind of professionalism is not the same way that I'm gonna approach KidKapa, because KidKapa is like precise, straightforward. You get what I mean? So I believe that it's more like respect more than
because like in the umdu abantu yabo. I don't like people about negativity. I always like when people like are happy and talking and Like when we are on the space, I'm that type of a person. But when we go home, let's not go home with only information of
Yeah.
like I wish we could all go home like just and then we separate without sharing information about because I feel like everyone has something to share, man, and the least person that you expect to hear into a from, he can just give you a hint that can change your life, bruh. So I always prefer uthetana bantu, and when people talk with me less, or and cause these people are looking at me, but they don't talk like the way I would expect them, and then in cases upon tetana bokona banye, I end up being the one who's speaking more, and I'm like, I wish you'd share about more so that I can also learn, man, cause I wanna learn, man. I wanna know what's happening. What can I do? What do you think? Like, yeah, man, that's it, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for pulling through, dog.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I had to, man.
Although we have like load shedding problems in South Africa, but we managed to pull through on this episode. And shout out to everyone who sticked until this time. It means that you are through mayhem and you love this podcast. Continue on supporting us. Make sure that you share this podcast and make sure that you tell your friends to subscribe and tune in to our beautiful episodes of the Black Couch podcast. And shout out to Ikeja, man. Shout out, Ikeja has carried us from last year till now, and they're still doing a great job. We are able to make sure that we upload these episodes to you courtesy of Ikeja Wi-Fi. Make sure you get your own Ikeja. Go to www.ikejawifi.co.za to go and check if you are Tolagala Ikasiago. It's only 350 ngenyanga bafethu, and uyeke uhlala ngaseMasomalien kuzobanda ngoba it's gonna get to winter, so make sure you get yourself Wi-Fi. And until next time, man, it's your boy Coffee. I'm out here in Cape Town, Kukuleta, Barcelona, Matjukyombe, Nglau, Pole, South Africa, man. We're out. Peace.
Yay.